Grand Rising. Oh, yes. Royals, we are back. I am so excited, child. It is Thursday, March the 14th, 2024. And I definitely want to thank you all so much for all that you do, for coming by the Queen Tulsa's Coffee Talk, where we chat, get the news, and get the tea every morning, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Well, I see that we have a new member. Shout out to Amber Taylor for becoming a member, girl. Let us thank you right quick, and we'll be right back. Thank you all so much for supporting Queen Tulsa, the show, whether it's a like, a share, a subscribe, a Cash App, a PayPal, or a Zelle. Thank you for coming by and watching the show. And this is your commercial for being acknowledged for just being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you, who would be watching? Thank you for tuning in. Absolutely. We want to thank you for tuning in, and we want to thank you for that membership, that royal membership. Shout out to Amber Taylor for becoming a royal family member. Now get into this. Welcome, Maria. Maria says, welcome, Amber Taylor, to the Royal Butterflies. Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Maria's got those butterflies down there. And she says, welcome to the Butterfly Lounge. Please tap the like as you stroll in. And thank you for your support. All right, DJ, now go ahead and kick us those funky tunes because you already know it's the daytime. It's the morning show. All right. So without further ado, I know everybody has been in an uproar, child. They are saying that the TikTok has really caused a situation, y'all. And I'm going to be real with y'all. I felt a certain type of way about it. However, let's go ahead and check out this news article or this news report, and we will be right back.
The House approving a bill that would potentially lead to a ban. ABC's M1 breaks down what's in the proposal and what's next.
This morning, social media users in the U.S. are left wondering if TikTok's days are numbered.
The bill is passed
after the House overwhelmingly passed a bill that would force TikTok's Chinese parent company to sell the app or have it banned in the U.S.
We are in a Cold War with China, and some of my colleagues want to ignore this fact.
Every U.S. national security agency says TikTok poses a national.
All right, this is a fair use commentary. We are doing this for research purposes. Shout out to 111. Maria says, hey, Queen Tulsa and 111. Fair use commentary. Absolutely. Wani says, hey, Queen Tulsa. Hey, Marie. Hey, Amber Taylor. And welcome to the royal family. Okay. Now, let me go ahead and read our disclaimer just so we are protected and we are doing research individuals. Okay. Disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, and news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is the use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing the copyright laws of the United States. Recognizes a fair use of copyrighted content. Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act states, notwithstanding in the provisions of Section 106 and 106A, the fair use of a copyrighted work, including such use by reproduction and copies of phone records, or by any other means specified by that section, for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research, is not an infringement of copyright. All right, let's get into it. Let's roll back into the footage. Let's go.
National security threat, claiming its owner ByteDance is beholden to the Chinese government, which could demand access to the data of TikTok's 170 million American users. But critics of the bill say legitimate concerns about the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, could set the U.S. government down a dangerous path.
The answer to CCP-style propaganda is not CCP-style oppression. Let us slow down before we blunder down this very steep and slippery slope.
Republican Thomas Massie argued the bill fails to address the U.S.'s overall reliance on China.
You know, we're sitting here with phones made in China. We're wearing suits made in China. You're going to tell Americans they can't put a piece of software on their computer.
TikTok says the bill violates constitutional rights of its users, many of whom earn a living running businesses on the app. And TikTok CEO has argued the company stores its American data in the US, not China. Experts also question the impact of a potential ban. India, the world's largest democracy, banned TikTok in 2020, but ByteDance still reportedly has access to the data of Indian citizens who use the app. And here in the US, other social media platforms sell users' data, potentially posing the same kind of security risk. One expert tells ABC News it's a nice symbolic bill, but it doesn't actually make us safer. Emwin, ABC News, Washington.
Well, listen here, guys, that is a lot. When you talk about our security and things like that, we depend on the government to do us right. However, this is a very sticky topic because I know for a fact I have a TikTok account. I don't be on there regularly, but I do when I get on there. I like to watch like the how-tos. People create different dances, and I think that's how people kind of keep up with the trends. So it can be used for good and for bad. However, I just pray that they find something safe for us to utilize. I just pray that they find something that's safe for us to utilize without the extra backlash. Now, speaking of backlash, we're going to go right on over here to this article, child. Now, I want y'all to really get up into this. Attorney Ben Crump is about to report
Bureau
something.
of Investigation DNA scientist is accused of intentionally manipulating lab results in hundreds of criminal cases.
CBI says back in September, they found irregularities in the work of Yvonne Missy Woods.
And now there's a criminal investigation. Denver 7's Claire Lavazorio shares what impacts this may have on cases tied to her nearly 30-year career.
Woods was a key witness in several high-profile cases over her career. A CBI spokesperson saying this discovery puts all of her work in question. These allegations now expected to cost the state millions of dollars. She's had a hand in hundreds of criminal cases in Colorado, from the Susanna Chase killing on Boulder's campus that went cold until 2009.
We always had hope that someday we would get a match on that DNA.
To the sexual assault trial for Kobe Bryant.
Deputies took Bryant to a hospital, presumably for DNA tests.
Now the work of former CBI forensic scientist Yvonne Missy Woods is being called into question. Allegations from an internal affairs investigation say Woods altered and deleted data in DNA testing in more than 650 cases between 2008 and 2023. Officials believe her manipulations appear to have been intentional.
DNA is the gold star, right? That's what we always ask. Was there DNA? Was there DNA?
All right, let me know if you guys are still here. Please make sure you like the video, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe and tell a friend that we have Coffee Talk Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Let's go.
Metropolitan State University criminology professor Denise Mauder is a former prosecutor.
So my first thought is, this is awful for the crime victims.
Mauder says untangling this web is going to be more than just the cost of running the DNA tests again. It will come down to if there's even DNA left to test.
Within the last 15 years that they were able to do DNA on smaller samples, a lot smaller samples. Back then you had to have a lot of sample in order for them to conduct it.
At a state joint budget committee meeting in mid-January, CBI officials said about 3,000 samples needed to be retested at a cost of roughly $3 million. The agency also asked for roughly $4.4 million to pay for district attorneys' offices across the state to address the claims of those affected. The Boulder County DA's office reporting at least 2 people convicted in cases she was involved have filed petitions for post-conviction relief. Mauder believes the state could be flooded with other relief requests.
I feel for every single victim because, like I said, these are major crimes. They don't go to the CBI unless it's a major crime. And so there are victims who were seriously hurt, who thought they had justice, and now they don't know what they have.
Woods' attorney releasing this statement, which says in part, his client has never created or reported any false DNA matches, nor has she testified falsely in any hearing or trial, resulting in a false conviction or unjust imprisonment. I'm Claire Lavazorio for Denver 7.
Woods was placed on administrative leave in September and has since retired. Now, her work between 94 and 2008 is still being reviewed, and investigators say they're still trying to determine motive.
Well, let's be honest. That right there, when you sitting up there and you altering things like that, that right there, that is pure evil. And then they say she was on leave and then she retired. So is she not going to be held accountable or responsible for any of that? And being, in that position and thinking that, oh, we got the right person and oh no, we don't, that's going to be a big problem. 1811 says is if you don't vote, then you can't complain when your elected officials do what they do. Your vote counts until it doesn't. And a lot of people say, well, my vote ain't gonna count, baby. Vote. You're gonna get discouraged and all that, like around this time. Of course, we're gonna have different people that that resonate with us. Okay. So without further ado, that leads us right on over to baby, when I tell y'all we are meditation, we're actually meditation right now. We're not communion. So speaking of meditating, the rats wanted to meditate. Get into this article.
New Orleans police announced that rats have overrun the force's evidence and property room, destroying evidence collected in drug busts.
The rats eating our marijuana, they're all high.
The police superintendent said there is an infestation of rats in the department's headquarters and that police officers have also found droppings on their desks. She spelled out the problem as the city council moves forward on a plan to move the headquarters to a different building. New Orleans police announced that rats have overrun the force's evidence and property room, destroying evidence collected in drug busts.
The rats eating our marijuana, they're all high.
Oh my goodness. The rats are high, y'all. Listen here. That makes me wonder, are those rats that are in New York that's running all over the town, are they high? Are they high? Hello, beautiful. How are you? Welcome. I want to know, are those rats in New York, are they high? I want to know. Because, girl, they are saying that the rats are on a high. Okay? I wonder what that's like, She said they have got in there and they ate all our plants. Well, what were y'all doing in there just holding it up? LOL, the rats are high. I get my news from my hubby now. I'm getting updates from Queen Tulsa. Okay, I love you. You said they got the munchies. How long does the munchies last for a rat? Okay, we want to know, how long does a munchies last for a rat, girl? Because, girl, if they get in there and get into that refrigerator like I do, honey, baby, listen, I'm going to tell you like that. Okay, listen, I'm going to tell you, baby, what I need to know, what strand was it, I would love to know what strand it was, You said they got the munchies. You said the rats in Colorado must be effed up. Yes. Listen, I'm telling you. I am telling you. Now listen here. Now I know we were talking about the rats, right? Well, now we have to gently get on over here. And actually, this is a celebration, so we all can get excited about this. Maybe when I tell you that elected officials joined forces with Breonna Taylor's mother to reintroduce the Justice for Breonna Taylor Act for the 4th anniversary of her passing. Let's hear from her mama. Let's go.
I won't be long. I just want to say, I don't know a better way to commemorate coming up on the 4th year of Breonna's murder. I'm so grateful to have people in the room who continue to understand how important that what happened to Breonna never happens again. So I just thank you all for the work you are doing and will continue to do. Thank you. I won't be long. I just want to say,
All right. So, with that being said, I had to give a moment of silence for Miss Breonna Taylor. So, Breonna Taylor's mother, Tamika Palmer, joined Republican Senator Rand Paul and Democratic Rep. Morgan McGarvey to reintroduce legislation to ban no-knock search warrants in the U.S. The bill would apply to federal law enforcement as well as any state and local agencies that receive funding from the U.S. Department of Justice, which the sponsor said includes most police departments in the country. You know what? I think that this was a great situation for them to put up the bill. Nobody else needs to be hurt and harmed for no reason. You know, Beautiful says, so sorry for her loss. Absolutely. Plain Toast is on Twitter X. Absolutely. Get on there and look at me. Okay. Like, share, subscribe. Get into it. Now, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that, baby? Well, listen here. I want to get on over here to JT. JT has been making her rounds. Shout out to the girl JT. Her title, she captioned this photo, "A Night with Wang." Okay, so she was with Alexander Wang. One thing I can say is I'm so excited that JT has finally decided to just carve out her lane and really do what's best for her. She's really shining. She's really shining. And there's Alexander Wang. Okay. And girl, look at that makeup. Look at the eyeliner. I've never done my eyeliner like that. I've done like a black eyeliner, but like that, whatever that is, like a creamish color that's on her eyelids. I said, that's very detailed. It's very dramatic and detailed. Okay. Now I'm going to pause this, but she in there shopping around. I mean, look at Alexander. He loves her. He loves to style the girls. Okay. I would love for him to style me. He seemed like he would be a lot of fun. You know, listen, when it comes to artistry and when it comes to designers and things like that, I'm feeling it. You know, I love the style. I love the everything about it. Okay. Well, let's get into this because Elon Musk is child. Let me tell you this. Elon Musk refuses to answer why he allows hate speech on X, formerly known as Twitter. He says, I don't have to answer these questions. I could care less. Well, let's hear him say. Let's get into it.
Is up. Do you believe that X and you have some responsibility to moderate hate speech on the platform? That you wouldn't have to answer these questions from reporters about the Great Replacement Theory as it relates to Democrats? I don't have to answer these questions. The Great Replacement Theory as it relates to Jewish people. Do you think that?
I don't have to answer questions from reporters. Don, the only reason I'm doing this interview is because you're on the X platform and you asked for it. Otherwise, I would not do this interview.
So you don't think? Do you think that you wouldn't get in trouble or you wouldn't be criticized for these things?
I'm criticized constantly. I could care less.
Hate speech on the platform is up. Do you believe that X and you have some responsibility to moderate hate speech on the platform? That you wouldn't have to answer these questions from reporters about the Great Replacement Theory as it relates to Democrats? I don't have to answer these questions. The Great Replacement Theory as it relates to Jewish people. Do you think that?
I don't have to answer questions from reporters. Don, the only reason I'm doing this interview is because you're on the X platform and you asked for it. Otherwise, I would not do this interview.
So you don't think? Do you think that you wouldn't get in trouble or you wouldn't be criticized for these things?
I'm criticized constantly. I could care less.
Oh, child. Well, he's definitely letting us know how he feels about the situation. Okay, he definitely let us know how he feels about the situation Let me get into these comments. Let me go back. 111 says Breonna Taylor deserves the Justice for Breonna Act. Absolutely. And they should stand 10 toes down on it. And yes, that will prevent so many unnecessary unalivements. Let's talk about that. 111 says, is she dating Lil Uzi Vert? Yes, she was. I believe she was. I'm not sure if they're dating now. But yeah, JT was definitely dating Lil Uzi Vert. He said, when the truth hurts, absolutely. I mean, it pops him right in the face like an airbag. And the only thing that he could do was deflect and say that, I don't care. It is what it is, pretty much. Queen Tulsa, we are so small. Houston would have been great to design us. All right, get into that. He's like, you lucky I'm talking to you. Now say something else. I don't care. Oh, it was given that. It was given the nonchalant, like whatever. I got better things to be doing right now with my time or whatever. Okay. Now get into this. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk for always keeping us up to date. This is going to be definitely a trigger warning. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. But listen, baby, we got to get into some things. Journalists set to interview Jay-Z's alleged mistress days before she unalived, wants the rapper to be investigated and connected to her unalivement. He's evil to the core. Neighbors, a journalist who was set to interview Jay-Z's alleged mistress, has turned to the public to look into the strange circumstances surrounding her 2011 unalivement. Liz Crockett, a journalist who used to work for Star magazine, was preparing to write a tell-all about Jay-Z's alleged mistress, Kathy White. In August of 2011, Kathy had allegedly been caught creeping with Jay-Z in 2010, and the rumors were spreading like wildfire. According to Liz, Kathy initially told her that she didn't know Jay and had never partied with him. But after Liz confronted Kathy with pictures of her and Jay-Z and Diddy at TAUWK nightclub in Las Vegas, Kathy said she would consider going public with her story. The story never happened. Why? Liz says days later, when she tried to reach out to Kathy, she was informed by her colleagues that Kathy died. Liz says she strongly feels that Kathy was unalived and did not suffer a brain aneurysm like her autopsy report said. I found it highly suspicious that a seemingly healthy 28-year-old woman would drop unalive from an aneurysm, Liz wrote. Liz says sources came forward and told her that Kathy had revealed her plans to go public to Jay-Z. Liz says sources came forward and told her that Kathy had revealed her plans to go public to Jay-Z about the alleged affair. Liz says days after learning about Kathy's death, Beyonce announced her pregnancy with Blue Ivy at the 2011 VMAs. Liz says it would have been a PR nightmare for Beyonce and Jay-Z if Kathy did a tell-all around the time they had crafted her over-the-top pregnancy announcement. Kathy was good friends with Claudia Jordan. According to Liz, media outlets during that time alleged that Claudia was convinced an A-plus list rapper had a friend unalived. Liz hopes that Jay-Z will suffer the same fate as Diddy, who is currently facing several lawsuits alleging rape, shootings, rugging, and more. It's only a matter of time before spirit cooking Jay-Z is exposed like Diddy. Kathy posted to X, I pray there will be a justice. I pray there will be justice for Kathy White one day. Liz Crockett said it's only a matter of time before spirit cooking Jay-Z is exposed like Jay-Z. There's a reason Kanye said Jay's got unalivements. I would know. He's evil to the core. I pray there will be justice for Kathy one day. Now, let's go scroll on over because, listen, if you thought it had stopped there, baby, well, listen here. Miss Jaguar Wright has entered the chat. Well, she's entered the news. She's been reported by our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk. right? Let's get into it. All right. Oh, did we have some family members roll up in here? Let me see. All right. So yes, the neighborhood talk. Yes. Shout out to Miss Judy Coles. Our family says Grand Rising Queen Tulsa and family. Grand Rising, and thank you for showing up. Okay. She says Winnie 11. Maria. Judy Coles. Hey, Wani says hello. Amber Taylor. Hello. Wow, this is very suspicious. Very suspicious. And when we think about what's going on with Diddy and the late Kim Porter, beautiful England, the neighborhood talk, tell us more. The Royals are interested. Okay, now listen, let's go ahead and get into it since you asked. Okay, my pleasure. More statements from Liz. Diddy, who hung out with Jay-Z when he was with Kathy, has also been accused of getting rid of his ex-girlfriend, Kim Porter, who also unalived under suspicious circumstances. Now, I want you guys to focus on that. Kim Porter, who also unalived under suspicious circumstances. So the way that Miss Kathy left under suspicious circumstances, Kim's baby's daddy, I'll be sure, has suggested she was unalived, according to Radar. Jaguar Wright has also said she absolutely believes without hesitation Diddy has something to do with Kim's unalivement. Furthermore, Jaguar has also claimed that Jay-Z is worse than Diddy. Sean Carter's worse. He's smarter, Jaguar said, according to The Petty Show, which also covered my tweets exposing Jay-Z and the truth about Kathy. Baby, the chickens have come home to roost. Baby, the chickens have come home to roost. Yes. The chickens have come home to roost. Oh, you done broke out of your gate. Listen. The chickens have come home to roost, baby. And listen here, to say the least, I'm going to be honest with y'all, it's very disheartening. It's very disheartening. It's a sad situation. And Mother Hen is a roost. She has come home. She has come in the coffee lounge here at the Butterfly Lounge. You say, you want some brown eggs? Oh, she's definitely laying them. Okay. Now, get into this. Oh, yeah. You said, oh, no, Jag said, what? Yes, Jaguar made it to the headline. She made it to the tabloid show, per usual. And to be honest, I agreed with her when it had come to the situation. Allegedly, she had an encounter with Jay-Z, allegedly. Okay. Now get into this. I don't know if you guys know, but OJ the Juice Man still making trap go arrested on rug trafficking charges, child. OJ the Juice Man bricks lyrics and infamous ad-libs may be his claim to fame, but Georgia officials are looking at him in a different light after they say the rapper was riding dirty. Okay, according to legal docs obtained by TMZ Hip Hop, OJ was flagged for allegedly speeding in Coweta County, Georgia on March the 4th around 10 p.m. and gave responding officers a short chase before he eventually pulled over. After being apprehended, Coweta County sheriffs say OJ had After being apprehended, Coweta County sheriffs say OJ had cocaine in a 9mm pow in his 2024 Ford Expedition and pops him on charges for drug trafficking in Wolane and other rugs, fleeing cops foul possession, and failure to maintain his lane. Okay. We're told the 42-year-old rapper has been sitting in the jail since the arrest. Let's go. OJ had a spark when he first started rap. He was a 2010 XXL freshman alongside J. Cole, Freddie Gibbs, and Nipsey Hussle, and was aligned with Gucci Mane early on, but has only been releasing music sporadically the past few years. It probably won't surprise anyone if that output slows down even further now. But yeah, he was out there riding dirty. And my thing is, if you out there riding dirty and you speeding and things like that, you're saying, hey, I'm ready to get caught. I am ready. Come and get me. I am violating. You know what I'm saying? You're saying I'm violating and I'm ready. I'm about to buck the system. Now come and buck me. Okay. In my opinion. You said, bitch, she lied. I got chased again. Your news is better than Michael. He deletes bad news. Not OJ. Yes, OJ, honey. OJ the JUICEMAN, he's a rapper out of Atlanta, child. And child, when they said he went on it was given, are you trying to be like the next girl? OJ Simpson, child. Let me get up out of here. Listen here. Now we have come to our daily devotion. It's time for the daily devotion. Come get me. Okay. It is now time for the daily devotion, you all. So listen here. Jesus' enduring presence. Okay. The Savior who died for you will stay by you. March 14th, 2024. Matthew 28, 19 through 20. Life can feel like a complicated puzzle sometimes with lots of uncertainties and challenges. But here's the good news. Jesus tells us in today's passage that he's always with us no matter what. His presence is like a reliable compass, guiding us in the right direction as we navigate the twists and turns of life. Experiencing God's presence isn't just about attending church each week or being a part of a monthly Bible study group. It's a daily thing. As we consistently draw close to him, he draws near to us. James 4:8. If you've ever had a trustworthy friend who was faithful to walk with you in tough times, you know just how invaluable such companionship can be. And Jesus is the greatest and most loving friend we could ever have, guiding, comforting, and giving us strength. In his presence, we can find peace, courage, and the assurance that we were never alone. Take the words of Matthew 28:20 to heart. As we go through life, remember that Jesus is always there, whether things are going well or not. In the everyday and the extraordinary moments, his presence is our constant. He's with us always, even to the end of the age. And that was our daily devotional. Yes, daily devotion. Okay. Now, I must say that we have been a little bit slightly behind schedule, and that was because we had the Women's Summit yesterday. If you get guys and Royal Beautifies, I cannot speak this morning for some reason. For the Royal Butterflies, please check out the lives that we had on yesterday. And yeah, we went to a women's summit, and it was to uplift, our sisters, our family, right? And so it was very encouraging. It was very uplifting. And the day before, I had a moment on live. And I'm so glad that I got all that energy or that pain up off of me so I can go and be around some loving people that were there to wrap their arms around me, embrace me. It was a fellowship. All the ladies and gentlemen that were there, they were so inspirational, to our speakers, to the award winners, to our Lifetime Achievement Award winner, to just everything, every detail was so worthy of being in the presence at that moment in time. And it was divine timing. Seriously, you all. Yes. QT gave me new life. Absolutely. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to encourage and love on each other. Listen here, we're imperfect people, but we strive for perfection and we make the best out of life. Try to smile more than you frown. Like, share, subscribe. Absolutely. Clean Toaster keeps us in the loop. Yes, it was great. Thank you for sharing. It was very inspiring. Yes. Love the dress. All right. Well, listen here. I love you all, and we can go on and on. I will be reviewing the Married to Medicine, but baby, when I tell you, I've just been asking God to give us the strength because baby, I was wore out from yesterday, and I'm like, we didn't have the coffee talk yesterday, so I'm like, I definitely have to bring it back today. Okay. Yes, and donate. Please donate. Funding, crowdfunding is very, very, very important. And that's how we continue to level up. And speaking of leveling us, Wani says, I love us. We celebrate life and love. So for our members, yes, absolutely. So for our members, our royal family members, I'll do a live broadcast. I'm not sure what time today, but I have some very informative information from yesterday. We made a lot of connections. Baby, when I tell the royals this news, you guys are going to just jump up and start shouting. Y'all are going to get up and start shouting. When I tell you, because listen here, it don't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter what you're going through. Beautiful says, remember, I don't watch TV, so go in on the reviews, please. I sure will. Yes. Listen, when I tell you I have some amazing news for you all, listen. I want you guys to remember this. The rejection is God's protection. When you are rejected from something, be okay with it, baby. Be okay with it. Be okay with it. And you're going to understand, baby, when I tell you, baby, listen. I want to tell y'all so bad right now. But I know I have other people in here. And my royals and my Patreons, you all will see it and know it first. Trust me. And I want y'all to start smiling now. Just start smiling now. Start smiling now because, baby, when I tell you it's a whole production, it is. Can we get hashtag production in the chat? Can we hashtag production? And I'm going to come back and we're going to do a praise and worship. After this coffee talk, we're going to come back and we're going to do praise and worship because when I tell y'all, God has been moving. God has been moving, y'all. God has been moving. Hashtag production. And like I said, remember the rejection. When you are rejected, don't get upset. Hashtag production. Oh, let's check out our votes. So the question that I posed today was, are you inspired today? 60% said hell yeah, hell yes. 20% says not so much. 20% says I am now. So the 20% says not so much. Were we able to change your perspective on looking out into the light today? Did we change your perspective on it? Wani says, to God be the glory. Amen. And guess what? God is always first in any and everything. I don't care who don't like it, who talk about me because I pray and I love the Lord. Guess what? I don't mind. I love the Lord. I sure do. I'm not ashamed. I will never be ashamed. He's not ashamed when he's blessing me. Okay. He's not ashamed to bless me. Hello. The Lord ain't afraid to bless me. He ain't ashamed to bless me right in front of my enemies. So why wouldn't I say God is good right in front of my enemies? Hello. Amen. The rejection might be your protection. Get into it. So listen here. Beautiful says, yes, real talk. So peep this out. I'm going to come back. We're going to do a praise and worship this morning. I'm just feeling so inspired. And listen here. Take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. Okay. I love you all. DJ, drop us down. And thank you all for not parking on the lawn. And to our Royals, I got something very much so in store for you. All right, DJ, drop me down. Cut up the music.